everyone, welcome back to Let's Replay Metroid Fusion. In the last part, we got the Various suit, and now it's time for us to talk to Mr. Purple once again. Hello, sir. How did that X download the Various suit data? This doesn't seem to make any sense at all, unless the X have the ability to process data organically. At any rate, you have the Various suit data. Now you'll be able to be protected from extreme temperatures. More importantly, the SAX will no longer be able to freeze you, so you can escape easily. But you're still too weak. That thing is too much for you. You currently have no way of damaging it. But my simulations indicate that penetrating a weapon like the plasma beam might work. Developing modification time from HQ will take time though. There's also a chance that you might be able to restore your plasma beam by absorbing a large core X as you did with the charge beam function. As for restoring the ice beam functionality, I doubt it. Your current cellular makeup would reject that addition. Therefore, HQ has developed an ice missile upgrade. This will add a freezing effect to your missiles, and it will help. Go to Sector 5 Arc for the download. Is your objective clear? Now get moving. Oh, great, Sector 5. Ice level time. Well, actually, this is the one ice level I really do like. I find it legitimately fun and interesting. Although, I will say this, it's got me the sector we're in the most, easily. Yeah, these constant little transitions don't get tedious after a while. Well, honestly, they're barely a second long, so I don't mind them that much. I don't know if I've ever been able to make it down the entire elevator with the speed booster. I don't think I have. Hello again, Mr. Purple. Well, this place isn't too terribly large. You need to download the data for the ice missile upgrade, but as you might expect, the data room here is secured. Level 3 security hatches are yellow. Release the security lock and download data as usual. And experiment with those new ice missiles. That'll be helpful. Is your objective clear? You know what to do. Go to it. Wouldn't get to it be more grammatically correct in that? Anyway, get used to these first couple screens, or in fact, get used to this area in general, because you're going to be here, I think, a total of 3 or so times throughout the playthrough. Why? I'm not going to spoil why. Though you won't have to do that little missile thing that I just did there every time. This is the big room, though, that you're going to be really hating towards the end. Though we at least get this track, which is one of the very few tracks that actually pops into my head every now and then. This, the escape theme, and a certain other song I'll be hearing later on will be... are the only songs I actually remembered the tune to. Though I swear this little atmospheric piece got remixed to another M, though that might just be my head playing tricks on me. Anyway, you're gonna run into that room and then walk all the way to the right so you can actually activate your speed booster and get through there. And those enemies will actually charge at you and then embed themselves in the wall, but a good charge shot or missile will take them out. And obviously the blue X are here, then they will try to avoid you. So yeah, that's fun. You're gonna want to go down there. To the left is a dead end at the moment. That save room there is there for no reason that I can actually remember. Yeah, I don't remember the reason it's there. But anyway, here we have another personality core. Yellow. Wasn't that the Curiosity core in Portal 1? But anyway, we have security level 3 unlocked. Now we can go into more places throughout the sectors. So yeah. Nothing that big, honestly. Woo! Yeah, more often than not in the Metroid games, when you see little disjointed blocks like that, they are either destroyable or collapsible. I don't know why I placed that bomb, but I did. Anyway, now that we have the security unlocked, we actually have to go and find the, freaking ice missiles. And it's right up there. Also, I hate this specific little one-way gate. I'll tell you why later on, but right now we get... well, we already know what we're getting. We got the ice missiles. So now, when we shoot missiles and things, it has the chance of freezing them if it doesn't kill them in one hit. And even then, I think there are some enemies where it'll freeze them anyway. like the guys that are going to be right here. I remember these guys. They're actually only in the game like twice too, and that's the funny thing. That room to the top up there is one of the most annoying missile packs in the game, by the way. Also, I'm just showing this off. I'm not going for it, but if you come over here, there is a hidden passage for a missile tank, I believe. Might be an energy tank. But yeah, that's totally not obvious. And 5 missiles, we can freeze these things now. So yay, and now we have to go through this room over here. And this room's a bit of a dick move. The first time you kill that thing, the X isn't collectible, but the second time it is. So you have to make sure you don't accidentally walk into it so this thing can form, freeze it, and then run to the left a la Speed Booster. And you just barely activated it in time, too. This part got me stuck for a little bit in my first playthrough, I will admit to that, because it's not immediately obvious where you have to go. You have to go back up, well, it's obvious, you have to leave the sector now, we're done here for now. But obviously that's a speed booster. What you have to do is shoot over here to the right. That got me for a couple hours, my first playthrough, and yes, I did just say hours. Oh, I sucked at Metroid Fusion my first playthrough. Considering I got stuck at Sector 5, that's no surprise either. Anyway, what the... what was that? Well, actually, those who have played Other M probably know what it is, because it's referenced in that game. But, that's a shadow. Actually, on my first playthrough, I thought that was the, security robot from earlier, but it's not. Anyway, there's a missile in here that I can't remember where it is for the life of me. And I don't remember where it is. I shoot some missiles, try to find it, but, I just say screw it. Oh, hello! That's an alert. Yeah, let's get out of here, because there's some sort of emergency going on. But first, I want that energy tank back. Thank you. Some sort of emergency in Sector 3. Let's see what Mr. Purple has to say about this. Emergency in Sector 3. The area can melt down soon. It seems the main boiler cooling unit is malfunctioning. This could easily destroy the entire research station, as it would likely trigger the auto-destruct explosives. We have about 6 minutes. We go to Sector 3 and access the control room on that side, the boiler room. Most of the systems in Pyre are down because of this. Again, we know who to blame. The SX must have hacked into the system control file. What impressive intelligence! There's still time. Hurry to the control room in Sector 3. And that 6-minute time limit won't start until you talk to Mr. Purple there, so... yeah. But we have 6 minutes to get to Pyre, and honestly, I think that's actually a bit too much. If it was 5 or 4 minutes, that would be a lot more challenging. Because I think I get there with, like, what, 3 minutes to spare? Because it's not a very hard area to get to at all. If you remember that little vertical shaft we were in that had the blown-up door, it's actually in that exact area. And also, that's the first time I think that we're able to pass through a navigation room without him being interrupting us. Thanks, Mr. Purple. Well, there was when we first got the missiles. I forgot that was there. Then again, I don't really do, like, speed boost or speed runs in this game often. Especially because of 2 very specific and annoying speed booster missile tanks. I'm looking at you, the one in Sector 2. And I think there's another one somewhere in the game, too, that I can't remember. Oh, wait, I do know which one I'm talking about, but that's not even a missile tank. That's a little hidden extra thing. Those of you who have played the game before know what I'm talking about. Yeah, now we have to head down here. This is a place we actually haven't been before. There's a missile tank in the room to the right, but I don't like having a time limit when collecting things, so yeah, we're going over here first. And this is the first superheated area I believe we've actually been in. If you had the various suit before, you would not be able to enter here. Well, you would, but you just take a lot of damage. And unlike normal lava, that lava will still hurt us, so don't go in there. And we have a second variation of these things now. These things won't die in one missile shot, which is kind of saddening for me, actually. These things remind me of something, but I don't know what. It's probably, knowing me, it's probably the Hydra from Hercules. Anyway, that last little block there is destroyable, so don't blow that up whatever you do. And we also have these little enemies from Norfair and Zero Mission, and technically the original Metroid as well, but I think more Zero Mission because, well, I play Zero Mission too much. And that little 3-block platform there is actually, the auto-destroying blocks. What would you call those? Crumble blocks? The ones that just fall apart when you stand on top of them? I've actually never thought of a name. Hello, Idor. That means there's a boss past here, doesn't there? Or doesn't it, rather? Oh, it's a fat man! Hello, fat man. Oh, you're not a fat man at all. Okay. Anyway, same strategy as the charge beam boss. Just stand on a platform and get to a point where you can just shoot it in the eye without it hitting you at all. Yeah, this is rather sad. It's kind of like cheesing the robots in Streets of Rage 2. Anyway, for beating the fat man, we appropriately get the wide beam. You know, I wonder, is it the X that had that, or itself, or was it the fat man? Because I'd love to see a fat man just shoot a laser out of his eyes. Anyway, let's cool down that boiler, shall we? And now we have the wide beam too, which is 3 times as wide as the normal shots, and it still has a little charge shot, and of course it's obviously just overall more powerful. However, it's not the wave beam or the plasma beam, so it doesn't have any really good piercing abilities yet. And we're done here in Sector 3 now, actually. Ugh, you know what? I said it already, but I really don't like the color scheme of the Various suit. Or at least not to Fusion Suit Samus. To normal suit to Power Suit Samus, I absolutely love it. I love those shoulders. Although, what are those shoulders anyway? They're cooling units? But on this one, it's just kind of pukey colored. Though, I will say this, it looks better in the actual Metroid Fusion itself than it did in Prime. The Fusion Suit in Prime was atrocious looking. Well, Various Suit. Gravity Suit wasn't much better. Anyway, there's a missile tank right there. That's the one I mentioned earlier, but I don't like getting things when I'm under a time limit. What do these things remind me of? That is legitimately bothering me. It might be the Hydra from Hercules, but I'm not sure. That could have just been me bullcrapping. Now we're back in the room where the required missile tank was. Yay. Honestly, I've already talked to what I thought about this sector and such, so there's not really much to do. Although, to progress to where we actually have to go, we do have to blow this thing up now. Though, feasibly, I guess you could head right. Yeah, you could, actually, but this is just a shorter pathway. Though, I guess if you went the other way, you could probably do some nice speed booster tricks and get here much quicker. I'm not sure. I'm not good with speedrunning. The only game I can speedrun effectively is Zero Mission. Anyway, I want those 4 energy tanks, so let's get those back. Okay, good. What are those little symbols on the recharge station, by the way? I've never understood what the heck those are supposed to be. Hello, Mr. Pebble, what's up? The X-Men, a crew member. It all makes sense now. The X can absorb the memories and knowledge of their prey. What an astounding find. HQ was very impressed. What don't you find it strange? This could have destroyed the station with the X in it, not to mention the SAX. Unusual for a self-preserving species like the X, unless your presence is an even greater threat to the existence of X elsewhere. But this is only a hypothesis. Perhaps their survival instinct is in conflict with our newly borrowed intelligence. Don't let your guard down yet. The X are still a threat. Samus, I see biosounds on the habitation deck. Survivors? The infected crewman you saw had survived until recently. Maybe there's a chance. The signs emanate from here. Is your objective clear? I've just restored power to the main elevator. Use it to return and look for any survivors. Booyah! We can head back to the main deck. We haven't been able to do that in 4 parts. I want to drink my coffee that's right here, but I don't want to get an air bubble in my throat. That's a conflict. That is a conflict of utmost importance in my head. No, I kind of wish I could shine spark off the elevator shaft. That'd be awesome. But I know why I can't do that, because it has to load everything up. Why is that screen necessary? Well, actually I know why that screen is necessary, because I played this game too much, but for newbies, it's probably there for no reason. Anyway, one thing I like, you can actually go into the hole the SAX blew up in the beginning of the game, and there is a missile tank, however, you need a freaking speed boost to get through it. But let's get that. I kind of screw up at a speedrunning trick here. What you're supposed to do is completely just phase through that, then shoot the door and shine spark, but I failed, as usual. Also, I want to show something that I completely found on one of my more recent playthroughs. There's this little shortcut here, however, we can't go through that until much, much later. Also, for some reason, Samus wouldn't grab onto the ledge. Thanks for letting me pass, Mr. Purple. I don't like talking to you at times. Anyway, the area we need to go to is actually right above us at the moment. What the hell was that sound? I've actually legitimately never heard that sound before. Was it that thing? That big-looking barrier thing? Does it even have a name? I'm guessing they probably have a name, but I don't know it. But anyway, as there's a save room coming up, you might be able to guess that this is the end, everyone. Thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time on Let's Replay Metroid Fusion when we go and find those bio signs and see what they are. See you guys then.